And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. That's a look at our setting tonight. The picturesque city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Well,
you're right, D.A. It'll be scary. Thanks. Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. We've got great athletes tonight, Brent. Much of this game we think will be above the rim.
This is going to be fantastic. I hope we get out into some fast breaks where these guys have an opportunity to get their feet together, rise up, and get the fan. Not only them getting up, Kevin, but the fans getting up out of their seats.
You and I will be getting up, though. We'll be standing up.
You for sure will be up.
Well, the Milwaukee Bucks are just so strong in and around the paint.
Well, so good last year. The team was third in points in the paint themselves and first in points in the paint allowed last year. That means they got in there and then they defended it well. Tough as nails defensively, causes a lot of problem for teams who rely on chippies around the basket to get themselves on the offensive flow.
And Melo gets it to go in. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. He's guarded by Johnson. Melo with the steal. Inside. He can't get it to go. So the Thunder will take it the other way. To the paint. Ball stolen. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Lewis outside. Melo passes to Lewis. And it's off from three-point range. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Passes it to Melo. Johnson outside, and the shot goes down.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And it's blocked. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Lets it go from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Thunder trailing by 3. The dish to Irving. Lets the 3 fly. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And every season, the Thunder continue to be one of the more dominating teams on the glass.
You just wonder how much Steven Adams has been the catalyst for that kind of mentality. We know that offensively he's always in there to grab rebounds, but it's part of what they know is important in any possession is collecting the ball.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. That's tipped. Johnson outside. Puts up a 3. But they get it back. Bucks passing it around. Shot clock at 6. Huskies shooting their first free throw of the game.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets into foul trouble. You see the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the summer league where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing that way.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. The Bucks have shot just one free throw, missing that one earlier. Melo, no good on the free throw. Thunder have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Takes the 12-footer and hits.
They ran that play exactly as it was drawn up. Nice job.
Johnson surveying the floor. From past the arc, buries the long-range jumper. Johnson's got 6 points.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay. Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Now here's Johnson. Kicks to Melo. Launches a 3, and it's Johnson. That time on the assist by Melo.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Now here's Irving. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what do you guys think about the Huskies here in this one?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
Oklahoma City trailer. And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Huskies. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Brent, certain players make everyone around them better. Talk about some of those guys who will do that at the very highest level.
The interesting thing about today's game, Kevin, is it's not always the point guard position. I think in the past we thought 2 ways. The point guard, who has the ball in his hands, finding guys for them to make shots. And then through the 80s and 90s, it was low post players who were getting double teams and initiating some offense. Yes. Nowadays, it's a lot of wing guys, and it's guys like Kawhi Leonard, it's guys like LeBron James, Kevin Durant. Throw Draymond Green in there with his ability to pass the ball. Jokic in there with his ability to pass the ball. It's all happening around the three-point line and getting into the gaps. So they look a little bit different, the initiators, in today's game.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the reigning MVP. He's the 2nd Bucks player to win it since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and he's the 3rd youngest MVP in league history. Kevin, he's just scratching the surface of what he'll do in this league.
You said it, DA, and some good facts in your report, too. Thank you. And that one drops. That's now 8 points for Melo. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Here's Irving. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Irving. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
First in the East and overall best record with those 60 wins last year. Just a great season and a great playoff run by the Bucks. Unfortunately fell victim to a backdoor sweep in the conference finals.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. You know, Brent, the Bucks had never lost 3 games in a row all of last season until that Toronto series.
Think about how much that might impact what it is they rely on coming into this year, where they're not going to let that loss last year in the playoffs define them. It's a big learning curve. They had an opportunity. They were that close. They can hold on to that motivation all year long and get back to that opportunity this year in the playoffs. They'd be better for it.
2 shots.
He's off on the second. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Huskies. They trail by 1. Lewis passes to Johnson. No good on the triple.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second. Oh, and he went for the 2-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Ball's knocked loose and pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. That one goes in. Now it's a 5-point Thunder lead.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Oh, and the dunk by Melo.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Irving looking for an opening. That shot off, and the Huskies going the other way now. And here is Melo. He's got 10. Bucks passing it around. There's the pass to Johnson. Drills the 3-pointer. Johnson's got it all tied up now for the Huskies.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
And Lewis comes to help. Outside Irving. Here's the lob to the hoop.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Thunder with the lead. He's guarded by Johnson. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And 1:01 left in the first half. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Huskies shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
2.
That one is off.
Well, a fantastic year for the Bucks, and the future looks bright for this franchise.
A new arena in Milwaukee, a new practice site. First-year coach Mike Budenholzer changing the entire philosophy of what they did offensively and ending up in an MVP award for one Giannis Antetokounmpo. The fans showed up. A lot of excitement for the Milwaukee Bucks in the years to come.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
The Thunder have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
Only 71% from the line last season, and rest assured they're hoping to bring those numbers up this year.
The first one falls.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Well, Mike Budenholzer winning the Coach of the Year for the second time, just has such a great mind offensively and came in with a new system for this entire roster, one that they embraced very early on. I think it was really important last year, training camp, establishing that type of confidence. It carried them through for the entire year.
And so here is Oklahoma City following the bucket by the Bucks. Sinks the triple.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
On the wing, Johnson jacks up a 3. Good on the triple. Johnson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. They battled hard in the second quarter, and it was reflected on the scoreboard. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
I was super impressed with their shot selection. I think that was part of the strategy coming in. They wanted to be patient with the basketball, move it around, and get high percentage looks. Obviously,